only find the best content that 5-Star has to offer you behind the paywall, subs.com/5star. You know me and Tez put a lot of effort and energy into bringing you guys some severely important premium content all over the place. Now today, as you can probably tell by the title of the video in a few moments here, we're going to be exposing to you how the female fantasy has been curated, and if you're not aware of these things, it's going to fuck you up, you know what I'm saying? But before we go into that, I'm glad that you guys are actually out here on a Monday night spending your time with us over here at 5-Star, because me and Tez do a lot to bring you some real sauce, some real premium exclusive value that's going to help you in your real life in terms of dating, starting out your future, putting together families, being patriots, you know what I'm saying? The future of America depends on you making children. And on top of that, it's not even just America, man. You know, we're patriots out here, but if you're dealing with these problems in any westernized nation, bro, we are the home base for you guys, you know? And, you know, before I get into the topic of today, which I'm probably going to play a little video from my phone here. I was experiencing some technical difficulties earlier, but not a problem, dog. I'll tweet out the video. You guys know what I'm talking about. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I believe it's, you know, at Life of Chris Livestream, but because you can't fit all the words on Twitter, because it's got a small character limit, it's like Life of Chris Live, right? So just type that in. You'll find me, bro. You'll see me. And, you know, when I was talking to Tez, he said, you know, bro, like, if you're a grown-ass man watching sports, something wrong with you, bro. You're either some sort of twink or you're doing dumb shit with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because you're out here really just concerned with the wrong thing, right? So then I was like, bro, that is solid advice for you guys, because real talk, I swear, dog, if you were to put me under like a lie detector and pressure me the fuck out of in a situation and be like, yo, Chris, the world depends on you answering these questions about sports, I'd be like, bro, I have no answers. I never watched sports in my whole fucking life, bro. I never ever gave a shit about watching dudes on TV, on ESPN, listening to fucking, what's his name, Stephen A. Smith. Bro, I don't know a single shit that Stephen A. Smith or the other guy that usually was his co-host at the time would say, because I don't give two fucks about that shit. I never seen Shaq or Kobe or any of them dudes play ever. So, like, in real life, bro, when I'm a younger guy and a younger kid, if you wanted to see me out there playing football with the bros, best believe I was out there. Playing golf in real life, hell the fuck yeah. Playing basketball in real life, I got stories for days. That shit is fun, and you need those real world skills, and you need that real world experience. But like for the dudes in like high school or college and shit who like, or like the dudes in like fucking corporate jobs, offices, they know every player, every move, every dribble, all his steps, all the stats. They know fucking everything about everyone. Then they get even deeper into it and start like making it like, oh, this is valid because I'm making bets on it. Like, bro, you should never be gambling. If you read the book, Richest Man in Babylon, the Bible plus the Richest Man in Babylon will look you in the face and laugh at you for gambling, because that's the wrong thing to do. And you know what I'm saying? Tez, bro, before I lose my fucking mind on this shit, bro, how do you feel about men playing sports, bro?
I mean, you could play sports, but being obsessed...
I mean, I'm watching it on TV.
Yeah, you could play sports, but like fucking watching sports, being overly obsessed with sports or overly invested in it, it's like... That's their life, okay? Stop vicariously living through these grown men that are making millions of dollars playing the sports. Like, remember, regardless of if your team wins the Super Bowl or not, or if your team does really good, makes the NBA championship, their life is great. They're making millions, and your life fucking sucks. A lot of people are running away from their real life situation, then they just go play. They go watch sports to kind of get away from it, and they get so invested that they think if their team won the Super Bowl or if their team won the championship or the World Series, they somehow should feel good about that because they're a part of that. That's a part of them, so they won. It's like, no, like that. You guys are living two completely different lives. So stop feeling like you need to watch sports to get some kind of win in life. Go out there and create something in the real world. And then there's guys who let their girls wear another man's jersey. Girls will be walking around with the NBA player's jersey on or a fucking football players' jerseys on. You have a girl and she's wearing another man's jersey, you allow her to do that? That is fucking gay. And even you wearing another man's jersey is gay if you don't know him. So do not let your girl wear another dude's jersey, because I guarantee you, if you're wearing a dude's jersey and she's wearing his jersey too, let's say there was some social situation where you guys are all in the same vicinity. She knows that his value is higher than yours, so the chances of him fucking your bitch is so fucking high because you're walking around wearing his jersey and she's walking around too. She's really just idolizing another man at that point. So don't let your girl wear another guy's jersey because it's just fucking gay. I don't care. Maybe I'm just insecure.
Oh my goodness.
I'm insecure. Okay, it's just me. Okay, I know I'm insecure.
Yeah. Setting a boundary. Don't wear another dude's last name while I'm building my last name around your fucking chest and back.
You can wear a jersey, but yet with my name on it. You better scratch that shit out and put my name on it, and then we might can talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? It better say number 1 on it, baby. That's the only game you playing. You my fucking cheerleader, baby. That's the only game we're here for, you know? So, before I get into the episode that we titled out here today, you're probably reading the title, you probably see that stuff. Before I move forward, I need to make a special fucking announcement out here. My dog Tez has launched his own YouTube channel. You need to go follow that shit right now. It's even got some episodes waiting and ready for you to go. Tez Unplugged. Before I move forward, bruh, tell them about where they can get that real sauce.
Yeah. Well, the real sauce, I mean, you can get it everywhere. Wherever I'm fucking at, you can get it. 5-star live stream. But Tez Unplugged, Tez_Unplugged on fucking TikTok, on YouTube, High Demand Tez on High Demand _Tez on Instagram. But yeah, we're just gonna be dropping heat and giving it to you every fucking day. That's why I'm just telling you the uncomfortable truths on Tez Unplugged. I'm just completely unplugged, not holding back, not filtered, just letting you know, breaking down intersexual dynamics. Because we live in a world to where everyone's being told all the wrong shit that's gonna make their life worse. So I'm just breaking the shit down, the differences of men and women. So hell yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some fucking value.
Big facts, dog. And if y'all don't mind, bro, I literally was gonna play a video for you guys specifically from the actual OBS over here. You know what I'm saying? I was actually gonna throw the actual video on the screen for y'all guys, but I was having a little bit of technical difficulties earlier. Big facts, dog. Even right now, you see that sound that we got? Bro, I literally was gonna play a video for you guys specifically from the actual OBS. You see, we do it live, bro. It sounds straight. Keep it going.
Yo, it sounds straight. Let us know in the chat. How's it sound? Comment.
Yeah, let us know in the chat, dog, because we EQ'd the living fuck out of this shit for about 30 minutes straight. But listen, if I gotta do another EQ, I gotta do another EQ. But we're doing this show live right here, right now. We're gonna bring you guys the facts, regardless of the fucking sound. Because if you can hear me, you can hear me. You want to be a man about it, be a fucking man about it, and just keep fucking listening. You feel me, big dog? All right, so yeah, let me just jump right into it, right? The biggest problem that we're dealing with today is that you got to understand the female fantasy. The female fantasy is a lot different than your fantasy, right? When you're attracted to a girl and you have like a sexual feeling towards her, you're attracted to very certain things, like her hips, her waist, her tits, her hair, her being feminine, her being a girl. You're just attracted to her and her feminine nature, right? And you probably just want to have some normal sex with a chick, right? Just like this, just normal male fantasy, right? Just, okay, I like you and I'm trying to fuck you. That's it. It's really not much more complicated than that. But the female fantasy, from the point of view of Hollywood, from the point of view of the books that she's been consuming, from the point of view of the applications that she's on, including Wattpad. Wattpad is literally blowing up as like female pornography, but in the audio way, right? This shit is, if you're not aware of it, you gotta understand a lot of the time, female fantasy is geared towards her cheating on you, no matter what you do, right? So I'm about to play you a video clip here from the phone. And because we're experiencing the technical difficulties right now, I'm just gonna explain it to you in this way, right? So the first time that a girl's watching the Titanic, right? The Titanic is a movie that's like ingrained in cinema history. It's training the girls from the Hollywood perspective to do naughty shit, right? So the girl, the main character Rose, or I guess like Leonardo DiCaprio is the main character, but his main love interest Rose, she goes onto the Titanic and her life is set, right? She has a dude she's marrying, her fiance. She is, or even married to the guy, I don't even remember, right? But basically, she has her man. And this man is rich, elegant. He's funding her lifestyle. She's got all the clothes she wants. He's always fancy and shit. And then Now, keep in mind, we're telling you to become that guy, right? We want you to become the guy who's, you know, you got to be working on yourself, get your career going, get your money going, get charisma, get a lot of charisma going, be charming, be handsome, be funny, get your hygiene on point, go out there and deal with the girl. But then when you get to that point and you are at the point where you're dealing with girls, you're really at the starting line, okay? And just because you're at the starting line doesn't mean that you instantly get the girl. It means that you get to start dealing with a lot of fucking bullshit, my guy. It means that you get to start dealing with all the indoctrination and the ingrained behavior that they have from other things that you can't even fucking control, right? So the guy that she literally is trained to cheat on from the Hollywood movie with is some poor broke dude who can't afford shit that paints naked chicks, right? Then in The Great Gatsby, it's the same thing. The love interest, Daisy, right? Daisy is like the most beautiful girl to Gatsby and whatever, right? Daisy, she's off in her life. She has a guy. The guy's rich. The guy's powerful. The guy has money. He's kind of a douchebag, kind of an asshole. He's just like perfectly geared to get chicks, right? Swole homie. And then fucking Gatsby comes out of nowhere. He's also, you know what I'm saying, rich guy and shit. And all he does is throw parties and shit. And Daisy cheats on her guy. You see, so like by the time that you meet a girl, they're not watching the movie at all from the point of view of the dude, because they're chicks, bro. Like, you gotta understand it. I've been in marketing for such a long time that the female purchase is what drives marketing. And when you speak with women that are hyper feminine, as I often get a chance to, if you talk to, bro, here's a conversation I was just summarizing with Tez, right? I was talking to this girl and I was like, you know, you look like Jean Grey. And I know every one of you dudes listening knows who the fuck that is. That's like Cyclops and Wolverine's love interest in X-Men, right? She's got like telepathy and shit. Redhead. She's just a fucking superhero redhead. That's it. That was the only like joke I was making at the time. Redhead superhero. MJ, Spider-Man, redhead superhero, whatever, right? And then she was like, who the fuck is that? Like, who is that? And I was like, you never heard of that? And then I said, you know, like Wolverine. Surely you've heard of Wolverine. She's like, no. Bro, all she ever watched in her whole life was like Barbies or Mean Girls or like just girly shit. She's only ever consumed girly shit because she's a girl. Why the fuck is she watching man movies, bro movies, boy movies in her context, right? You gotta understand the world is different. And if you pop over into the world which you're not interested in, you're gonna see they're being trained to cheat on you, right? So I'm gonna play that video right now real quick. Pull that shit up, and then while I'm playing that, I'm gonna pass it to my dog Tez and do a little sound digging and make sure that our sound is really good.
Hell yeah. So you're always fighting against hypergamy when it comes to women. What hypergamy means is she's always looking for the best possible mate, someone who is better than her. So she always needs to be reassured that you are better than her. So you can hear times to where like a girl, she's with a guy who's rich as fuck, who's tall, who's handsome, attractive, who has his shit together. Those are all external things. That doesn't make her specifically feel a certain way all the time. So you have to be internally hypergamous to her, which you have to be internally hypergamy, internally better than her. Because there are guys who are dating girls, guys that are 6'2", their girl's 5'5", and they're still looking up to their girls because internally they believe their girl is better than them. So that's how you get in a relationship. And you see there's some fucking 5'5" bitch that's fucking running some dude who's 6'3", fucking 215 pounds. How the fuck does that even make sense? It's because internally the dude he's of a lower value. He doesn't believe that his value is high enough, and he believes that her value is higher than his. So it's internal too. So you have to just know, don't let up on these hoes. Do not show any weakness. Always behave like you are better than her. Because regardless of if you're making millions of dollars and you have a girl, if you don't believe you're better than her, if you don't know how to behave to where she knows that you're better than her, then you could get cheated on. No one's at 100% rate to where they're not going to get cheated on. There's probably like a couple people, like there's really no one there. I mean, there's people at like 99% type shit that just won't get cheated on. Those are like some celebrities, fucking athletes, high-paying athletes and shit. Like but majority of the fucking world, anyone can get cheated on. All you're doing is by you becoming the best version of yourself, by you getting all your shit together externally and externally, you're just decreasing your chances of getting cheated on. So just be better than her.
And we're teaching you how to adapt to the game and how to play the game. If that does happen to you, you need to just know no one's invulnerable. Navigate your way out of that shit. Go pick another girl. You know what I'm saying? Be preemptive about this stuff. We're just teaching you how to play the game and adapt, bro. So look, I'm gonna play this clip for you guys real quick. I'm gonna push it into the mic. So just listen to the audio version of this, because that's gonna be the best way for y'all to get involved in what I got going on here, right?
Cheating. The greatest fantasy of women is not marriage. It's cheating. Your man is fine. But what if there's someone hotter, poorer, or more emotionally unavailable? Because let's be honest, Hollywood's been whispering the same message in every woman's ear for decades. Let's take a look at the greatest hits of romantic cinema. Titanic. Rose is engaged to a rich guy with a mansion, servants, and security. She throws it all away for a broke dude who draws naked girls they smash in a car while her fiance is in the same boat. True love? No, just steamy adultery with an ocean view. The Great Gatsby. Daisy marries Tom. Rich, powerful, kinda trashy. But then Gatsby shows up throwing wild parties and boom, she's sneaking off to get her heart rebooted. Still doesn't leave her husband though. Because what's more romantic than emotional whiplash? And the rest? Bridges of Madison County. Married but bored. Let's cheat. Unfaithful. I mean, it's in the name. Casablanca. We'll always have Paris and adultery. Match Point, Brokeback Mountain, English Patient, Revolutionary Road, Atonement, Out of Africa. You name it, they're cheating in it. So ladies, forget the wedding dress. Apparently, the real fantasy is slipping out the back door.
Okay, so why do we bring this up, right? The girl is usually consuming erotica, watching pornography or listening to pornography, or just watching standard Hollywood movies, and her sexual fantasy is being curated literally to get sexually aroused in her own biology from cheating on you, bro. Like, you need to be aware of this shit so you can move accordingly, bruv.
Yeah, and this goes back to what I was saying about hypergamy. You can, on paper, have all your shit together, have the money, have the looks, have the status. That's on paper. But what people don't talk about, what's not accounted for, is what's not on paper, which is how do you make her feel? Does she believe that you are better than her? So a lot of guys, they focus on what's on paper. They focus on the money, getting in shape, going to the gym, just being good in their career. All that's great on paper, but that doesn't specifically make her feel a certain way all the time. Now, what makes her feel a certain way to where you're controlling her emotions is you knowing that you're better than her, you knowing how to pull away, pull forward, give her some attention, don't give her any much attention, be hot, then be cold with her. Like, there's so much more that goes into just making a lot of money or hitting the gym. So anytime I hear a guy who got cheated on and he had all of his shit together, it's either one or two things. She caught the guy cheating 100 times and she just is like, I'm gonna do it too since he did it. That could be it. But a lot of times what it is that the dude has everything right on paper. He's high value on paper, but internally he's not high value. He doesn't value himself. He values her more than he values himself. Even though he's accomplished all these great things in life, he still believes that his girl's better than her, and he doesn't satisfy her emotional needs. He's not putting her in an emotional roller coaster. She's not believing that he's the best that she can get. On paper he is, but internally making her feel a certain way, it's not him. So just because a guy has all of his shit together doesn't mean he can't be an imp. That's one thing that a lot of people get confused, is that when you see a guy with all the money, the status, everything, you assume that he's good with women or he gets all the girls and he's not an imp. No, you could still have all your shit together and be an imp. Like, you could be on the top of the fucking world in one area in life, in your career, be that guy when you walk into your job, but the moment you come home to your bitch, she runs the relationship, because in that area of your life, you don't know how to deal with women. You never took time out to understand women. So, yeah, I don't believe it's like women, they just have an urge to cheat. I don't believe that. It's just they're always fighting against hypergamy, and a lot of times when they're with the guy and their hypergamy is telling them their hypergamy filter, It's telling them that he's not the best guy that I can get. So yes, I'm gonna go cheat because he's not satisfying my hypergamy filter.
And right before we went live, I want you guys to know that we did a full-blown fucking audio check, and one of the drivers just got loose up in the software. So I am aware of that. We are aware of that, and we're gonna do what we can to fix it. But trust me, once we fix it and we come back on another stream, it's gonna be absolute crispy ass audio because it was a moment ago. But you're hearing us in this reverbed out way now, and that's fine. So we're aware, we see it. Don't worry, we love you guys. We're gonna fix it. But just tune into what we have to say, right? So right here, right now, when we're talking about the female fantasy, there is a lot of problems with this shit. So the first thing that you want to know is that she's being trained to think that she in her real mind, in the real person, she knows it's wrong. But she's been trained to think wrong is right, and the whole world tells her wrong is right, right? Like, it's okay to be gay, it's okay for trans, and if she's liberal, bro, and most of them are, most chicks are, unfortunately, her whole world is built on delusional retardedness, right? And the first thing that I want you to understand is that even if you become the guy, even if you get to yourself to multi-millionaire status, you could literally own a fucking modeling agency and have models that are in that shit and have a genuine love interest in one of these girls, and your status to her because you own that shit is at the highest high. Or you could literally be at a nightclub, be a rapper, and because you're the rapper in the nightclub, she sees you and your status is at the highest height. Or you could be a dude who rented out a yacht and had a party, didn't even know her, bumped into her at the yacht party. Now you've ascertained a status that she's gonna put a high interest in versus meeting you at a nightclub, right? She's gonna be like, damn, I met this handsome ass dude on a motherfucking boat, and she's good to you this minute and then bad to you the next. We're teaching you how to identify this shit ahead of time and how to navigate it. So if that does happen, you could move on real quick and not waste your time, effort, and energy and money, because imping on the wrong chick is the plague of men, and we see that shit happen all the time. It happens quite often. These dudes don't, bro. There's chicks that I'm talking to, and because I'm talking to them, other guys should kill themselves for talking to them or being around them. There's girls that I'm literally not even actually really truly involved with. And because I've said words to them, I have completely fucked up and destroyed any chance of them seeing the world in a normal way, because I've literally entered their world with an alpha imprint. I've literally entered their world, and all they can think about is motherfucking Chris and the way that Chris is. And they want Chris's time and attention so fucking much that if any guy gives them any attention, they might as well samurai sword themselves in the motherfucking stomach, because there is no point to them talking to them anymore. I've destroyed their world. I've destroyed their innocence. They should not ever talk to another man type shit. And there's still dudes that will simp on those girls, right? I fucked up those girls, bro. You can't have them no more. It just is what it is. So the first thing in the fantasy is you got to understand the cheating aspect, right? There's the Christian Greys, the BDSM. Yeah, the girls have normalized BDSM, but that girl wasn't she was single. So that's cool, right? Boom, cheating fantasy. That shit is curated. So you got to understand, earlier, a couple episodes ago, I was actually talking to Tez about this perfect scenario about a Netflix series called Sex Life, right? Now, here's the problem that this woman is illustrating for you, and the problem in the TV show is a problem that real women really have in real life, right? Women don't like to increase their body count. They like to keep the body count number low. So let's say that a girl has only had sex with 7 men, and now she's married to man number 8. If she was gonna cheat, she would prefer to cheat with somebody she's already had sex with, because the body count doesn't increase. That's a very, very normal way for a chick to think. Also, another faction of chicks are straight up sneaky chicks, right? They'll continue their life the same way, and they just go out and they cheat with whoever's giving them attention on Instagram. So that means that if you leave your girl alone with Instagram and she's getting attention from guys, Instagram is her video game. Instagram is like Xbox to you dumbasses that are on Xbox Live buying those passes and shit. Never did that before. I don't know what that's all about. I don't even know what that does. But if you're one of those dudes, You gotta understand, if you're out here and you're trying to become like fucking the best #1 ranked video game player in the world, that's how she feels about Instagram. And what is the only, she doesn't win trophies on Instagram, she wins dick. You feel me? So you can't leave her alone with the phone. Sex life. This woman is in the middle of a marriage, has a fucking child, I believe. I can't remember the whole thing because I live real life. I don't care that much, right? And she's married to this dude who is the perfect dude, right? Reputation-wise, everyone that sees her with this guy, he's a politician. He's clean cut, dresses suit and tie. Homie is, when you look at him, looks like he's got a perfect credit score, perfect politician haircut. And she's in a big ass house with this dude. She's moved in. He's not only taking care of her life and taking care of everything, but she's known and in love. And then out of nowhere, she starts having, like, in her horniness, starts having sexual cravings about some dude she used to fuck back in the day. And that guy that she was having sex with, this is a real thing for women. Like, I'm not out here telling you guys to call yourself alphas and shit. That's soft, right? But, like, literally, a technical, clinical term, alpha imprint, right? She literally has an alpha imprint of the dude that she was having sex with before. Because the dude that she was having sex with before has way more hardcore sex with her body than the current guy. The current guy has way more loving and passionate sex with her. Like family style stuff, right? Like keep each other happy and has a kid. So the cravings that she starts having is visualizing the shit that this dude would do to her, bro. Like being upside down, foot on the head, whips and chains, fires, pulls, fucking highly erotic shit. And in seeking this highly erotic shit and feeling it, and that's the thing. That's where you lose her. It's not the visualization. It's not the memory. It's when she starts to feel the need for it, right? When she starts feeling the interest of having that man again. For whatever reason, instead of shutting the fuck up and staying on the stove and being in the house and taking care of the kids, she would find little tiny excuses to just be in front of the guy all of a sudden. And guess what happens when she's in front of the guy, my dude? A lot of fucking started going on.
Damn, I mean, imagine this, right? So you're a guy, you're on your shit, you're in shape, you're focused. Let's say your sexual market value for a guy is, it's above a 5, 6, 7, whatever. That sounds gay, but you're a guy who's on his shit, right? And the girl that you're with, your girlfriend, she's fat. You decided to wife a fat bitch. She's overweight, 250 pounds, 300 pounds, and she's fat. In the back of your head, every day, you're going to be thinking, I want something better. I can get better. Like, she's not going to satisfy you. You're going to always look at her and be thinking, I need something better. So now with women, a lot of times, that's how they feel about their guy. Not even looks wise. Looks, the guy might be fine on paper. He might be okay, might look good. But internally, the guy that she's talking to that looks good, internally, he's the fat girl. He's a fat bitch. Like, he doesn't have the value inside of himself. He looks like the fucking model guy, like the guy who has his shit together. But internally, his values of a lower status man. He believes he's like a 2 or 3 inside, and he behaves that way towards the women. So when you hear these stories on these rich guys getting cheated on or guys who look like they have their shit together, it's because internally, he believes he's like the fat girl that's actually fat. His value inside is just low as fuck. And the way he behaves and he communicates with his girlfriend, he's behaving as if he's some fat dude, like some low status dude. So that's how you can see a guy constantly getting disrespected or getting cheated on. So, because you're like, what the fuck? How does this guy's a good looking dude? He's on his shit. He's in shape and he still got cheated on. That's because he has all the external factors, but internally, he's a lower status. So not only do you need to focus on getting yourself in shape, getting more money, be good looking, But you need to focus on inside and really internalizing and believing that you are that fucking guy and believing that you are better than her and knowing how to move in a way to you're displaying that you're better than her without even saying it. She's just picking up on your vibe or your quote unquote energy, and you're giving off the energy like he's the shit. And you know how to communicate her in a way to where you don't talk to her as if she's your equal or if she's even better than you. You talk to her as if you're better than her. You're better than her. That's the time to be fucking, bitch, I know more than you. I'm better than you. If you want to call it fucking, you want to fucking, whatever you want to call it, just you communicate with her as if you are better than her. Because that's something that doesn't show up on paper. You're never going to hear on paper, he talks to me like he's better than me, or he talks to me and he makes me feel a way that feels great inside. That's something you're never going to hear. You're always going to hear the work on your status, work on your career, be the best that you can be, get in the gym, have game. Even game is like, it's short-lived a little bit, kind of like pickup artists. It's like you have to really internalize this so it lasts fucking a long time, forever. So it's like, because when you communicate with her in a way that you're better than her and you know how to communicate and show like you're a higher status than her, just very subtle in very subtle ways, then, and you know when to trigger certain emotions out of her and when to pull back and when to move forward. Now that's when you have her. That's when you have her. Like, that's how like a fat dude could be in a room full of like good looking guys sometimes. And if the fat dude's funny or he's just is more outgoing, has more confidence than some of the dudes in the room, the fat dude could for sure fuck the bitch. Because fucking internally, he's of higher status. Externally, he's a lower status. So, yeah, I've seen it before. Been in rooms where maybe a guy's short as fuck, or he's just not the best looking, or whatever the case is, but he just knows how to fucking command the room and talk and speak. And, like, internally, he's just the biggest guy in the room. So just keep that in mind. It's not all about the external. It's internal, too.
Yeah, that is big facts, homie. I just came with an idea to fix this shit midstream. Give me 1 sec. Tell me if this works, guys.
How was it sounding?
Like
Shit.
Like the podcast with the girls, just out of nowhere. So, like, we had it fucking perfect, but now it's sounding like the opposite of what we just worked for. But while we're on that topic, right? It is big facts, bro. I have so many stories about this shit, right? A lot of guys don't develop on the inside as they grow older. How does it sound? Way better? All right. So check this out, right? Your boy DJ Matchmaker was actually in researching for matchmaking and like putting in the real work. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do, I put in hundreds of hours of work into it, right? Or thousands of hours, bro. You got to put your 10,000 hours in. I put hours into a lot of shit, right? So I'm watching this movie, and the movie perfectly exemplifies, because, you know, they do a lot of research to make movies, perfectly exemplifies what a lot of people go through, and any man could go through this, right? See, there's this guy, he hires a girl to be his matchmaker, but lo and behold, he went to high school with that girl. And now they're in like their 30s, let's say. Still, you know, able to make babies and shit, start families and shit, but they're both like in their 30s. But see, when they were in high school, they were probably like 15, 16, 17, right? So from the time that that girl was in high school, and at the time that he was in high school, there's a scene where this guy looks in the mirror after she had made him all handsome on the outside and decorated him and put on like cool clothes to make him look like a hot shot so he can go out and talk to women and get numbers and like ask girls out on dates and stuff, right? Which he never developed that skill on his own. Crazy. But he had put in time, he got money, he got a house, he got vinyl records, he has the most beautiful setup. In his spare time, he was a photographer. In his real life, he was like some job that I totally forgot about. He was into something that was dope, though, right? So she on the other hand, okay. So hold on, before I get to that part, And then after she makes him look all cool, he looks in the mirror. And when he looks in the mirror, he doesn't see this handsome man that he had become the way that she sees him on the external. All he saw in the reflection was a fucking dork. The same fucking loser that he always was on the inside. There's actually a movie like that with Kevin Hart and The Rock, where The Rock, it's a CIA movie, right? And The Rock is out there and he's like shooting guns, and you know how The Rock, he's huge and shit. And in this movie, The Rock was a fat, obese, short, fat, obese, like girly guy who would like sing like really fruity songs and shit. And even in that movie, when they make fun of him and call him a fat fuck, he looks in his reflection and still feels like the same little fat fuck on the outside, even though on the inside he's on the outside. Externally he's The Rock, but on the inside he feels like that bitch. So back to the movie with the matchmaking movie, right? Guy's looking in the mirror. He looks like a fucking dork. And then if you contrast that to the girl, it's how girls live their real life. Remember the example of the chessboard? The chessboard, right? King moves one step at a time. Queen moves however the fuck she wants. Up and down. Well, up, down, left, right, diagonally and shit. Women float through reality. A girl could go to Miami right here, right now. Go to Miami with no money in her pocket, and her life will be taken care of. Some sugar daddy coming through to make sure she's cool. Very similar to this chick. From the time that she was in high school to now, she had been on dates, been socializing, went through the highs and lows of life, experienced beauty, has been fucked by who knows how many guys. They weren't really explicit about that in the movie. She had lived a developed life. And because she had a natural progression, because being a woman is so fucking easy. So when Logan Paul makes these videos saying, oh, women have it hard. No, they do not have it hard. Women have life on easy mode. None of you girls are victims. None of you girls are suffering. Shut the fuck up, get in the kitchen and stay at home. When you compare her social life to his, she's literally running fucking laps around the guy to the point where she can't even imagine why somebody who has everything that she wants, because she's a bum ass bitch in the movie, because she was working at like a restaurant, which is why she got into matchmaking, and he's paying her to do it. She was like, bro, I want to live this life, and she was like stuck living with her family and her sister and her husband didn't, the sister and the sister's husband didn't want her living there anymore, so they're trying to kick her out the house type shit. She sees him, and she sees success on the outside, but on the inside can't even fathom that this dude is a fucking pussy. And if any of you dudes are a fucking pussy, don't worry. You just found 5-star and we're going to man you the fuck up. Now, you got to understand that when you man the fuck up, you need to outrun this female delusional bullshit.
You have to, when it comes to being a man, you really have to internalize this shit with dealing with women. You have to know that in order for this to work out, I have to be the best that I can be, and I for sure have to be better than her, because women, they don't respect their equal. They only respect guys that are better than them. So I know society, the world's going to tell you, like, you guys are equal, everything's 50-50, everyone's the same, treat her like she's equal to you, but that's not what she wants. Because what she wants is someone who is better than her. Because if you're equal to her, then that means you're weak, you're soft, you're submissive, you're indecisive. These are all the things that she is, and she knows she's this way. That's why you can't be her equal. Because if you're like, I'm a man out here, I'm equal to women, 50-50, we're the same, everything's equal. If she can cry, I can cry, we can split the bills. The moment you believe that you're equal with a girl, you lost. Because if you're her equal and she looks at you as if you are her, and you behave as you are a bitch, or you're equal to a bitch, and there's no standard on being a man or not, then if you're being vulnerable, you're going 50-50, you're telling her your problems, you're talking to her, communicating to her in a way to where you're coming off like you're like kind of her girlfriend in a sense, like one of her friends. And you have this mindset of, oh, I can do anything you can do. I don't have to hold anything back because I'm a man. Like, we're the same. So I'm just going to let it all. I'm going to pour my heart out. I'm going to wear my heart on my sleeves. When you start behaving like you're equal to her, she's looking at you like she doesn't respect it. Because if you are her, if you're equal to her and she's those things that I just mentioned, soft, weak, submissive, indecisive, doesn't know what she wants. And if you're equal by default, then that means some of those traits attribute to you as well. And she doesn't want that, because that does not mean she's secure, she's protected, she's provided for. So she wants a guy that is better than her. Because if you are better than her, that means you have traits that she doesn't have, that she needs to complement herself to make up for it, so she feels secure. Because women, I said this before, women are naturally insecure because they're the weaker sex. That's why you need to be better than her. The only way for a woman to feel secure is if her guy is better than her. She can't feel secure if you're her equal. So be better than her. A lot of guys, they get cheated on, they get disrespected because they treat their girl like an equal, or they even put their girl on a pedestal to where they treat their girl better than they treat themselves, or they put their girl before they put themselves. And those guys get walked all over, disrespected, taken advantage of, cheated on, and the relationship just doesn't last. And if it does last, it's just miserable, because no man wants to be disrespected. I've said it before, that's one of the worst feelings, is being disrespected by a woman. And if you find yourself being constantly disrespected by a woman, then that's when you should know to take some time, look in the mirror, and there's something you need to fucking change to get different results. Because I know a lot of guys who are like, they're constantly being disrespected and they just keep going in the same cycle, putting it on the girl, blaming other people. It's like, no, it's time for you to look in the mirror and make some changes so you get the result that you actually want.
All right, so I literally just confirmed this, right? Since the last time that I read you our view count, literally from that time I told you to right now, we just got 3,000 more views. So look, guys, I just listened to our sound check that we just did. It was better in the sound check, and I know it sounds like you're speaking through a tube right now. Trust me, as soon as we get a chance, we're going right back into this. We're going to give you that premium quality and give you that premium sound. Now, check this shit out. Based on what Tess was just saying, right? I'm trying to give you all some sauce, dog. You guys, you got to see this shit, right? If you don't actually truly believe that you're better than the chick, right? Which means, like, you should not have to put thought into that. You should understand that when you were born biologically to be stronger, taller, smarter, more cognitively able to achieve things. You were born to be a leader. She was born weaker, not as smart, always looking to learn, right? And women can be super intelligent, and that's not the point. It's like when the relationship happens, right? And she's going to be shorter. She's looking for a leader. She is weaker. She's looking to follow. This is at birth, you stupid fucks. I don't know why everybody can't get that through your head. This is real life, you dumbasses, right? But see, being a leader is not sugar spice and everything nice. That's for girls. There's literally a video out here right now, right, where they had a blind dating video. And they had a girl, and they gave full fucking autonomy to this girl as if the girl knows what the fuck she wants to be a bachelorette, which I think is fucking crazy, right? I even hate the term bachelorette, personally. And she gets to run this show, and they tell her, yeah, we're going to pick at what you want. And she says these words, I want nice guys. Bro, let me tell you something. We just had some girls over here. They say that they like nice guys. They don't like nice guys. They don't give a fuck about that. They don't give a fuck about you being nice. They don't give two shits about that. They say one thing and they mean another. We told you about womanese. If you don't understand womanese, you got to read Donovan Sharp books. Donovan Sharp's a cool-ass dude. I've said it before. I talked to him before. Homie knows his shit, right? So they give full autonomy to this bitch. Carte blanche. She's running the show. She's leader of the dating show. She lines up 6 dudes. Bro, when I tell you these fruit pops were the worst fruit pops, if you are one of these guys believe that, like, if they pour their heart out to a girl and be vulnerable and be soft and be feeling oriented, basically she's a girl, and even though they were born stronger and shit, basically lower themselves almost like to the level of the girl and mirror the girl and become girl-like to get the girl to like her, all to achieve having sex with the girl by essentially sucking up to her or kissing up to her or people pleasing the fuck out of her. So she says that she wants this. Out of the 6 guys, they have Zacharific in the mix. Zacharific is the closest thing to a dude who actually don't give no fucks. He's the closest thing to a male. He's the closest thing to a solid ass dude who don't give no fucks about whether or not he keeps that bitch. And he's not treating her all that great, and he's not really being all that nice to the girl, right? She eliminates all those nice dudes and picks him. Nice guys finish last. Zacharific knows in his core, in his soul, that not only is he better than the girl, that girl's just a dime a dozen and he can replace her, and beauty ain't shit. Beauty is common. Like 98% of women are born with beauty and 2% of them are so fucking ugly you ain't sticking your dick in there, and if there is more ugly girls, I'm physically incapable of seeing them. They're invisible to me. My guy, what the fuck?
Yeah, don't be a fucking nice guy, because you're putting her on a pedestal when you're a nice guy. You're telling her that she's better than you. So again, the only way to communicate with the woman and have the best possible outcome and get the best outcome is by you behaving like you're better than her. You could still get sex if you treat her like an equal, if you put her on a pedestal. Some girls will give you sex, but then it's all under her frame. Like, you want it to be under your frame, and the only way for it to be under your frame is if you lead the interaction, you put yourself first and she comes second. Because then if you put her first and she's leading it, she's going to lead you all right to the end of the relationship, and she's not going to respect you. So you have to put yourself first. Don't be a fucking nice guy. All a nice guy means is that he puts the woman's needs above his. So it doesn't mean you have to be mean, rude to bitches, or you have to treat them bad.
Won't hurt though.
Hey, yeah, not at all. And all it means is that you just put yourself first. A guy who's not a nice guy, he just puts his wants and his needs before the woman's. And that's what they want, because they want a leader. And simply by you putting yourself first, it makes you the fucking leader. So do that and really work on the internal aspect of the game, and you internalizing how much better you are than her, and then you'll really get the best outcome, or you'll get respect, which is the main thing. Fuck being liked by the girls. It's about being respect. You want to be respected, and that's going to get you the best, most fulfilling results. Is that?
Now, there's multiple sides to the female fantasy, right? So we're telling you this. We're giving you sauce that you don't know. We're telling you so you don't have to go down this road. We do the fucking research, right? So in one faction of female fantasy, you see that cheating has been ingrained into them, and they think that, like, it's basically okay. I mean, society is showing them movies where that's okay. I mean, like when I'm watching a fucking Rambo movie or a Arnold Schwarzenegger movie and they're out here shooting guns, blowing shit up, I feel like no bad about that. If fucking terrorists were there right now and I grabbed a fucking M4 and blew the fucking clip and emptied it on these dudes and some explosions came out of it right here in America, I wouldn't give two fucks about that. I'd feel like, bro, if anything, I'm a hero like these motherfucking action films, right? Why wouldn't the girl kind of like lean into that if she's being shown that her whole fucking life? Keep in mind, some things are working to your benefits. Girls don't know what they want. Girls don't know what they're attracted to. You got to kind of be in charge of this. Once you get the girl, you got to be able to figure that individual out. Be aware, monitor her, and know that she might be falling into like some crazy delusions, and be like in charge of that shit, right? The other faction of this stuff, you know, Wattpad, it's crazy. It's like an app where they listen to the female. Well, it's like erotica books that they listen to, and the girls like to listen to it, and they get very invested in the feelings and the story, right? I don't know if they care about the story, but they like the feeling that they get from the audio. Bro, I can't even tell. Man, I got stories, bro. I would tell girls that I'm smashing some dirty ass stories in their ear, bro. Like, I know how to do that shit for my whole life. And if you want to know more about that, I can't talk about that here. I'll talk about that in subs.com/5star, because if I do talk about that, YouTube might rate this M for mature type shit, take the whole video down or something, right? But the other faction of this is werewolf, bro. Werewolf erotica, werewolf fantasy. This is like the whole other opposite, right? Remember the girl that I was just telling you about? She says she likes nice guys. The other side of female fantasy and female delusion and female craziness is that it flips. You know, they don't want to go and they don't want to cheat. Now they want something that's big and scary like a werewolf, something that controls them. So now on the other side of the female spectrum, they want to be hyper feminine and they want to be running away from this big scary werewolf that can literally have muscles bigger than any man can ever have, right? Running around in ripped clothing, testosterone out the fucking max, like Hulk, but they're not attracted to the Hulk. They like the fucking werewolf, right? The werewolf, it's like closer to evil. And I guess girls are attracted to evil, to be honest. They're sick bitches, bro. So the werewolf is running and the growling is turning them on. Better than fucking ASMR, right? And the teeth and the growling is like, the fucking werewolf is like holding them down, and now they're fully feminine and they can't control what's happening. Like girls that are, you know, let's say the damsel in distress tied to the railroad, the locomotive is coming, the superhero cuts the ropes, and now she falls in love with the superhero. This is a little bit different fantasy. Now the fucking werewolf is fully in control, holding her down, growling in her face. She can't do anything. She's helpless. And in her sexual fantasy, a whole lot of penetration is happening from there. You know, if you put a little research into that shit, trust me, you'll find some things, boy. But you need to know that you really can't win with these bitches, bro. You gotta become the man that they're attracted to, right? You can't be the nice guy. You gotta be, what do we call this? Like a 5-star gentleman, badass motherfucker. You gotta be aware, bro. You gotta know how to assess the girl and throw her away. You gotta know where her sexual delusions are. You gotta be able to read that. You gotta be able to lock into that. And her only sexual fantasy in the long term of this should be you, until she's wearing a fucking jersey with your name on it from just the sex and the dick she's getting from you, bruv.
Yeah, and the truth is, with these hoes, you have to be everything. Like, that's what it comes down. You have to be nice, you have to be mean, you have to be mad, happy. It's like, you have to evoke all these emotions out of her, and you have to be this person in order to satisfy her. Because a lot of guys are just nice guys. They're always nice to her, thinking that that's going to get them the best outcome. That's boring. One emotion, having a girl feel one emotion the whole time you're with her is boring. Imagine going on a roller coaster ride and you just went in a straight line for just 2 miles. It's just straight. It went really fast, but it's just straight, and it just goes there, and it just keeps going. Fuck, 2 miles, 3 miles, 4 miles, and it just goes. Eventually, you're like, okay, like, are there going to be some turns and some twists? Am I going to go in circles? Like, it's going to get boring. That's how it is when you make a girl feel one way the whole time. So, to satisfy her emotional needs, she needs to be happy, mad, sad. You need to stimulate all of these emotions out of her in order for her to be fulfilled. Because a lot of guys are getting the emotions on paper or getting the physical appearance right. Everything looks good on paper, but her emotional needs aren't being satisfied. Put her on an emotional roller coaster. She'll enjoy it as long as you're leading the roller coaster, as long as you're controlling. You need to be the remote to her emotions. So if she's invoking any emotional conflict or anything, if she's coming up with it, if she's starting it, that's bad. You don't want it, because that means that she's like, fuck, I need this, so I'm going to let it out. He's not satisfying me, so I'm going to let it out and start fights and pick at him and nitpick. And that's what you don't want, because she is realizing that you're not giving her that, so she's just going to put it on you, and she's going to be mad and upset. But when you be the remote to her emotions and you evoke those emotions out of her, then she's more satisfied. He's like, he knows how to handle me. He is the remote. The TV loves the remote, because the remote will fucking take the TV wherever the fuck, whatever channel you need to go. They work great together, because without the remote, the TV is just nothing. Like, who the fuck has a TV without a remote? I don't know anyone with that. So it's like, you're the remote and she's the fucking television. I know that sounds crazy as fuck. Women aren't televisions. Women, they have their own fucking autonomy, and women have their own brains. No, motherfucker, just control their emotions. Know when and what emotions to evoke out of her at different points.
Yo, literally a few episodes ago, I told y'all guys, when it comes to these women, I literally don't give a solid fuck, bro. Now, at any stage in life, at any stage in the relationship, it don't matter if you're 80 years old or fucking 18, these girls are going to find a way to test you, bruv. Literally before we get on this podcast, live on air, right before this shit happened, a girl calls me and she decides to FaceTime me, and she decides to actually give me a fucking test live. And if you saw how much I don't care about how she was testing me, everyone in the room started fucking laughing about how much I don't give a fuck about what this bitch has to say, and I need you to be like that. I need you to literally look at these girls and be like, bro, you gonna test me? You think I give a fuck? You gotta be able to recognize it too. You gotta be able to recognize that she is always fucking testing you, homie. She testing you with her eyes. She's testing you with how she looks at you. She testing you about how everything, bro. Everything. Like, they locking in on this shit. They just live for that shit, right? They're always, while you're walking around qualifying. She could be with me. She could be with me. She's the greatest. She's the best. She's the best. She's literally doing the exact opposite. She's your fucking arch enemy, bro. You're Batman. She's Joker. Kick that bitch into a vat of acid, bro. Just kidding. Like, she's literally walking around disqualified because of this. Disqualified. Cheat. Disqualified. Where's my werewolf? Disqualified. There's another man. I can find someone else. Another man is green. The grass is always greener. Hypergamy. I can find someone else. There's more options. See how I'm like exemplifying a woman's emotions? On the inside, they're fucking crazy. They go on their internets and social medias and say, I am crazy. I feel crazy. That's because they're emotional and dumb as fuck. The opposite of us. Smart, solid, logical, dope, always in tune. They're out of tune. They're out of touch. They should be in the kitchen. They're not in the kitchen. They should be sucking dick. They're not sucking dick. They should be getting pregnant and having babies. They're not having babies. They're the most out of touch, retarded fucking creatures. They are so our subordinates. They are so our inferiors. They are so our number twos. They are so our complimentary seconds that they are lost in a world without us. And it really starts off because you bitch ass men let the propaganda win. And if you weren't letting the propaganda win, you know, Satanist Elon Musk, who was a Satanist with a Satanist mom and his mom's a witch, who pretends to be your friend and pretends that his business is doing good things, and all you fucking simps like him because of his $500 billion, actually pretends to be on your side, and while he's seducing you with his dark force of evil and saying all these good things, being a truther while also being a deceiver, he said recently, yo, Netflix should stop its trans propaganda, and in doing that, Netflix really lost billions of dollars. Now, you know, Elon Musk, when companies lose money, he makes money. He did it with Doge. I don't know what the fuck he's doing with Netflix, but blah-de-da-de-da. Even he says that shit. Even he's saying that you guys should kill the fucking propaganda. So what does that look like? If men were truly aware of their masculinity and they see this fruit pop twink shit happening on Netflix, everyone stops subscribing, then you kill it. And then you make your own movies with AI or something, right? That makes everybody straight and dope and strong. Like how Batman was before, you know, the fucking DCU made it all fucking soft and all that shit, right? You know, when you're tuned in with masculinity, when you're tuned in with the fact that you're in charge, you can eliminate the propaganda. And if all the men in a utopian scenario say, listen, bitch, like I keep telling you guys, you are one of many. You're not the only one. You do what the fuck I say. You can have your sister wives. I want 5 or 10 of you. All you bitches can be in my house. You will build my last name. We will build a company in this house with all 11 of us. I'm at the head of this. You can all wear my fucking jersey with my name on it. You do what the fuck I say. This is the Dream Team live stream coming soon. You do what I want you to do when I want you to do it. You're going to build out our family. I am now going to have an entire family from all fucking 10 of you. So now I have, you know what? I'm going to have 5 kids from each of you. Now I have 50 fucking kids. Now I have an empire. Now the government can say whatever they want to say, but I've got my own economy. I've got my own last name. I've got my own ideals. I built up my own world. I built up my own family. We contribute to economics because of me being at the fucking top the way that I say it, and I have power! The one thing that they don't want you to fucking have. Some dude just got in trouble for marrying 3 girls. Fuck you, government. This dude should have had 3 bitches whenever the fuck he felt like it. If they're making it illegal, it's because it's good. Fuck that shit. Do what you want, bruv. And tell these girls very upfrontly, you're in my world or you're out of it.
Yes, sir. Real fucking shit, bro. Like that's exactly what it is. They're trying to fucking suppress men, make them weak. make them submissive and act like a bitch. That's what they're trying to do. So we're fighting a battle against, I've said this before, it's a war against masculinity, and we're fighting, and we're going to keep fucking bringing it to you. We're coming up on a fucking hour here. We gave him some heat tonight on a fucking Monday night. We're going to bring you some more heat tomorrow, and we're going to keep fucking going. Let's get it.
Facts, bro. I was about to shut this. I was actually about to end the show 10 minutes ago, but I had to give you all that sauce because I got to do the sound check, man. Me and Tess are going to go over it. I promise you, dog. If you heard this shit earlier, it was nice. It was crispy, and it's going to be crispy here in just a second. So because this is annoying me, we're gonna take care of that and bring you guys some epic sound quality, and I really want to bring you guys some good quality guests tomorrow, so we got to get it right, man. But in the meantime, while we're doing our best to bring you our best efforts, thank you for the 3,000 views that we got in the middle of the stream. I literally talked to Tez, said one number. It's 3,000 numbers higher than that now. So, we love you guys. Shout out to you. Make sure you go to Tez's new YouTube channel. We're going to start putting that shit in the fucking description. You guys need to go there and subscribe. Tez Unplugged. That shit is some sauce. Make sure you follow him on High Demand Tez. On Instagram, HighDemand_Tez. We actually just had some girls talking about your Instagram. And they were like saying, yeah, we reach out to him on there. I was like, all right, you dumb bitches, chill. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta shout out to me. If you want to be on the show, hit me up. I'm the one that makes this shit happen at Life of Chris Livestream on Instagram. We have had some Matrix attacks recently. In fact, this is a Matrix attack right now. If there's a fucking demon in the spiritual world trying to fucking wreck my shit, fuck you. God is coming for you, bitch. I said Jesus on this shit. You dead now, motherfucker. And make sure you follow me on all the platforms, Life of Chris Livestream. We're coming back, bro. We're swinging. We're coming back swinging. We're just getting started with what we want to do for you guys. If you're here with us, you're in the beginning of some greatness, bro. I promise you. You're either an early adopter or you're just going to be a part of the mainstream when we blow this thing into the fucking main.
Yes, sir. We out.